chunk. Does that make sense? Hello? What would you like me to say? Can you hear me? I'm sorry if I spoke too loudly. No, they want me to speak.
With anything?
Bacon, lettuce, tomato sandwich would be perfect right now.
Okay, let me go whip it out, man. I am just, yeah. And there's no need to rush. Women are still straggling in. We're on Lakeshore time. You got it? Okay. We say 6:30, but really about it's like 6:45-ish that we'll kind of, because there's still women coming in.
He surprised me with this cabbage. You didn't say cabbage in the first place, but then all of a sudden, boom, it is.
It came. Cabbage. Oh, yes, he did touch it.
I destroyed it.
Just be aware that anything you're saying right now is currently being recorded.
I love my wife.
See?
She's so nice and
Don't encourage him.
beautiful.
I'm not spreading a mess on the floor either.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're welcome. Do you know where the broom is?
What?
Broom, so I can quickly clean this up real quick.
You want me to leave the room?
I need to sweep
Oh.
the floor because I made a mess on it.
Are you ready?
Almost.
Almost.
It would be in the custodial closet.
You want this type of a broom?
Oh, that'll
or
work.
the bigger one? And there is
Okay, we'd like to welcome all of you out to Relief Society. And we'll have Becky give our opening prayer, and then I'll introduce our guest chef.
Our kind and gracious Father in heaven, we come before Thee as a group of sisters to thank You for the opportunity of meeting tonight together in this church, to thank You for the opportunity of learning things and getting to know one another. Heavenly Father, we're thankful for the opportunity of being on earth at this time and for the moisture that we have been receiving. We know how important it is for us to receive this, and thank You so much for that. Heavenly Father, we're thankful for Thy Son, Jesus Christ, and for His atonement. We're thankful for our blessings in being members of this church and in this area of Lakeshore. We love Thee, Heavenly Father, and ask You to bless the things that we may partake of this evening, that it may give the nourishment that we need. We love Thee and thank Thee again for everything we have. And we say it in Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Thank you. So happy to have you all here. My husband Tracy is going to teach how to make egg rolls. Now, we usually try to have a Chinese New Year dinner every year. Not because we celebrate Chinese New Year, but it's just so he'll make Chinese food. That's the only reason why. But I'll let him tell you how he learned how to make it, and turn the time over to Tracy. Oh, sorry. I forgot. You're good. So we've got some aprons here if you'd like, so when you get to where you learn how to roll the egg rolls. And then there's mandarin oranges, which I think are supposed to bring luck for the new year. So.
Oh, you're not pointing at Michelle?
And Michelle is the sous chef.
here too.
She's the helper.
She's our daughter.
Sous chef.
Okay, first of all, welcome. Thank you for letting me do this. My name is Tracy, so call me Tracy, or Chef Buddha. So there's a story with that. So after my operation, I had a heart transplant in 2002. And after the transplant, I was on prednisone, and it really made me puffy. And, just, anyway. So we were asked to be on the Chinese New Year's food or party for our ward. And so I told them that I know how to make Chinese, and so I taught them all how to, in Relief Society, how to do a couple recipes, and then we had the sisters bring the food. So, and I said, well, what are we going to do for entertainment? And why do you hide your head? It was right after Christmas, and I said, so why don't we have someone come and act like Buddha? And have you ever heard of the game Wise or Otherwise? Anyway, it goes through sayings like, if at first you don't succeed. Right. So we had our dinner, and then I shaved my head, and Lauren made me a nice outfit, and I made a kabuki, and so I got on the stage, and after dinner, I had a little smoke machine come under the curtains, and everybody's like, what's going on? And so our MC was our elders quorum president, and I was his counselor. And he, we had a really good time together. And he introduced, he says, like you're looking out, we're going to have a special guest, and here he is, Brother Buddha Red. My last name is all red, so, and then the doors opened, and here I am, I'm all in my glory, sitting up on the stage. And I might have had some liner to enhance the eyes. So on each table during dinner, there was a question about on each one of them. And so at first you don't see, that's a Scottish, but I'm going to give you an example, that one. So on each one of them, they were supposed to write down their answer. And Royce, he says, well, let's go to table 1 and read your question. I remember the one. So the question was, shut tightly your mouth and then everybody wrote their questions. And he says, well, what do you think, Brother Buddha Red? And I'm up there and I go, no wisdom, table 1. Shut tightly your mouth and loincloth. So, we went around to all tables. I corrected their answers. And we had a great time. That's why I'm Brother Buddha Red. You got to turn it on.
We're so distracted.
It was on before. Did I blow? There was just one. Well, this is going to be real short. Is there another extension cord? Check and see in the custodial office. Custodial closet. Oh, that doesn't really work. I'm sorry? Oh! How come there's heat in this one? I don't know what to do. I don't know if this will reach. Oh, you broke it.
Did not.
Well, I'm going to blame you anyway.
You're the one who plugged it in.
Why is it sounding like it's... Look, it feels like it...
Maybe it's on without the light on?
That light and this light and that light?
I don't know. Did you try this one?
We have a cord.
Got him out in the hall.
Yep, we got it.
I was starting to be worried that you might have fried your wall.
So, we'll watch that, please. Okay, what I did first is I marinated the meat. And what does it say on the recipe?
Salt, pepper, soy sauce.
And I don't know why I do it. That's the way I was taught. And I do whatever I'm told. Huh? Yeah.
So how long do you marinate it?
About 20 minutes is good. So, now I'm not saying that I'm professional egg roll master. So this is how I do it. And you'll notice that I have a lot of ingredients, right? Because there's a lot of people. But this would just feed my family. So, yeah. We have 6 kids. And then they have, a couple of them are married and a couple of grandkids. And so it doesn't last long.
Can you tell us what sausage you're using?
I just use the ground sausage at the market. Yep.
If you like it,
The little package, the little 1 pound package.
the regular.
Just, well, see, there again, if you want hot, then you get hot. So this is just a recipe to start off with. Now, I had a recipe from my neighbor, which is totally different from what we printed off for you. That's why I asked you what ingredients. Okay, we just went off. Okay, I think I'm going to take, where's the extension cord? And can you find another plug? I don't know if this is going to work. Oh, yeah. Did that answer your question?
Yes.
My neighbor, when I was sick, I couldn't work. And she was from Australia. Her mom was Australian, and her dad was Chinese. And so she worked at his Chinese restaurant, and that's where she learned all of her recipes. And she had a class, a 4-week class, and 2 to 3 different ingredients per night. And so I would go, and it was, she charged. But I'm a cabinet maker, and so we traded. So she was an artist, and so I made her a pencil box, a couple drawers, and she loved it, and it got me 2 sessions of Chinese recipes. So I've got a stack of recipes that I know how to make. And she would have us in her house, and then she would make it in front of us. And then we would partake of what she made. Now, when we first got married, you know that independent stage you go through? Like, what do you want for dinner? Well, we would go to the market and we would buy the Lakeshore meal in a can, and all you had to do is fry the meat up and put that in and then put it over rice, and it was like, wow, this is great. Well, after a while, that didn't work as well. Thank you. So I went on a quest to try to learn how to upgrade my Chinese cooking. And then this came along, and be nice. Well, I started cooking in high school because I figured I'm going on a mission. I want to eat, and I don't want someone else's cooking. As you can tell, I did very well. I gained 60 pounds. Well, I dropped 20 pounds, and then I gained the 60 pounds, and my suit was just as tight as...
It's all muscle, right?
All muscle. That was a good point. It was all muscle. Carrots.
Not all of them.
Not all of them. Half. So, it might be a little boring watching us cook, but I guarantee the smell will be worth it. Not this, the sauce.
I do with onions.
Okay, start putting not the bean sprouts, what I like to do is I like to start with preparing all of the vegetables, just like how we do this, and then that way it's easier to just add things. With the cabbage, this is the Napa cabbage. This is a full head. And, I'm sorry? Napa cabbage. Oh, Napa cabbage. It's more like a rugby football. It's more oval. Did you ever see Harry Potter? You know the golden egg? It looks like that. I don't know if you've seen Harry Potter, the 5th book movie. Fourth, sorry. But anyway, after Michelle sliced it up, I put salt over it. And what it does, it kind of sweats the cabbage. I've found out that it's very easier to make egg rolls if it's not wet, the mixture. Because what does it do to the egg roll wrappers? Soggy, and it falls apart, and then you have vegetables floating in the oil. Not good. Let's do the bamboo shoots. Peppers.
This is called bamboo shoot.
Is there anything else that you don't know what is on the recipe?
So far we have the...
What?
You're good, go.
Yeah. Now, what I like to do, oh yes. Okay, we'll get to that. I like to make sure that my sausage is in little pellets? Because that way, I'm making 50 egg rolls, then you get sausage in every one of them. Now, if you would like to come up anytime and see what we're doing, you're more than welcome to. But don't get in front of the camera.
Why are you looking at me? I'm sorry, but I'm right here.
Bamboo shoots, they're in a can. The Chinese market,
Don't they have some at the store?
they might have at Macy's. Where's the Chinese market? So since we moved here not too long ago, it's in Provo and there's some in Orem. Okay, let's put the lettuce in. Cabbage. It's green.
Right.
When I do other recipes, I was taught to cook the meat so that it's still pink, and then you put it off to the side in a clean pan, and it still continues to cook. So when you put it back onto the wok or frying pan, it doesn't overcook. Does that make sense?
And then you're gonna fry it.
So if these instructions are new to you, you might, if you have a pen, write them down, or call me when you try this at home. I'm sorry? This is a Cuisinart fry pan. I don't have a wok. I don't use wok. I figured I'm going to be cooking for 8 people. Wok is,
You can buy big
you know, I know you buy bigger ones, but I didn't want to buy a big one.
ones. Just say you could. But this is fine too.
So my in-laws bought us one of these round frying pans, and it's a rival, and it was the best gift. Oh, did you just put some all over?
Happened.
Now, who's going to clean that up?
You, me.
Good answer. Oh, one thing about our Chinese New Year's party, we had a Chinese lady in our ward. And she come up to me afterwards, and she was our neighbor right across the street. And she says, "Tracy, you're funny." And she's about that tall,
Because that was like a child.
and she was just the greatest. And her husband was white, and he come up to me and says, "You know, in China, you could make a lot of money doing playing Buddha." I don't want to go to China. Okay, so I'm supposed to marinate the vegetables with what? Oh, gluten-free? Okay, I have, this is all gluten-free, and then I have egg rolls already made, and then these are already fried up, so I have some for you. Okay, so, but I'm going to put the mushroom soy sauce in this. Is that all right? Okay, good answer. You can tell I've done this enough that I know, so I'm not doing this one yet. I'm doing this one. Oh yes, Lakeshore is gluten-free.
No, minimum.
I did.
Just let you know.
And you're still cleaning it up.
Yeah, it's a good thing it's on that.
And then what else? Sugar. That's it. I'm doing this first so that it can cool down while we do something else, so that we can put it on, so it's a little bit cooler when we put it on the wrappers. Does that make sense? And then, did I do salt?
Nope. You did not.
Sugar, soy sauce,
Sesame oil.
sesame seed oil. That's it. And I already did that.
That.
Okay, all right.
You didn't do the salt though.
Salt.
Or did you put sprouts in there? We just missed it.
Not yet. Thank you. The sprouts don't take that long to cook. The cabbage needs to get soggy or soft. Thank you. This is Michelle. She went to culinary arts, so she's my chopper and problem child. Right?
No.
Yes.
Here's the sauce.
Wait, what?
What's next?
After that sweats for a little while, then we need to put the bean sprouts and the pork back inside. And then the dark soy. Oh, we need this. Any questions?
Okay, so what have you added in so far, just to make sure we know exactly?
Okay. So we got the meat all cooked.
Okay.
We got onion on there. We have what I do is I like to buy the matchsticks carrots and then chop them up.
Put everything in a food processor.
Oh, sweet.
That will make it really easy. You don't even have to have a chopper. Sorry, go ahead.
Thank you. This is what I like to do. Or you could take a carrot and just grate it. I mean, depends on what you have in your fridge. You don't have to, I mean, if you like those things that are like eating an eraser, grows on trees, what are they called? Mushrooms. I don't like mushrooms. I don't put them in my food. So
Yeah.
it's not rubbery like a.
The original recipe has mushrooms in it.
Yes, Chinese mushrooms matchsticks. It doesn't say shiitake.
The shiitake are the Chinese mushrooms.
I don't care. And then the Napa cabbage. Oh, one more thing. Chops, the knife and board. This is the bean thread. Yep, I will. I just wanted to make sure this was. I just put it in hot water. Hot water.
So do you strain it?
Yes. It comes in a package. I can't read it. Yeah. And it looks like ramen. So I put one good definition of that. Woo! Yep, that's it. I forget. Okay, just a little bit longer. You want to?
How long do you soak the noodles?
Till they're like this. I put them in.
No,
20 to a half
they've been
hour?
soaking since we've been here. That's the first thing he did. So they've been soaking for over an hour.
20 minutes.
Well, they've been soaking for about an hour.
I just wanted to make sure that they were.
But they could be in there an hour and it'd be okay. It's okay.
Yeah. Chop them up so they're not long, so they fit in an egg roll wrapper. Because you don't want to have one from one egg roll to another. Unless you want to do the. Okay, this is ready. I mean, I've never thought of that before. As I was learning how to do this, Virginia, that was our neighbor, she would send us home with the recipe and say, go cook it. And so for homework. And so I would go get the ingredients and we would make it. Oh, Dad, I love your homework. Right?
Yeah, all of us. You want the noodles now?
Yeah. So we put the noodles in. So as you can see, it makes a lot. Now well, we don't have any leftovers. But if you wanted to make this amount, I made these on Monday, and I fried them, and then after you fry them, put them in the freezer. And when you fry them once, and you'll see it later, they turn like a frozen burrito, that look, where it's a little bit, have bubbles on it. So that's what it looks like when it fries up. And I always try to double fry. Like if I'm having company over for a family dinner, I'll fry them up and then put them aside and then fry them twice, which, what do you think it does? Crunchy. And then the sweet and sour sauce makes them soggy again, and then it's best of both worlds. You want to mix this?
Sure.
Okay, then it says add the good stuff. This will change the color. And we'll turn the heat off.
No.
That was mushroom soy sauce.
You said good stuff. Mushroom?
Soy sauce.
Mushroom. Yeah.
I don't like the.
Right.
Okay, do you understand? Peanut oil is when you fry the pork.
An onion.
And you Has anybody not ever heard of peanut oil? Okay, and you know how good it smells? Okay. Any questions? Okay, did we turn that off?
You did.
Okay. All right, let's unplug it. And then, here, can you go and wash these? Do you want to come and see? This is ready to cool down. No, you can get in front.
So where did this pan come from?
This is my mother-in-law's. I wore mine out. It just, we had it for years, and it just, the feet just came off, and I have a piece of wood underneath it and to level it, and then I don't know where it went, but Michelle, can you help me put this in the... I'm going to put this in the fridge.
You are?
I'm sorry. Michelle will put this in the fridge very carefully so it doesn't spill.
I know that. I don't know that.
Because I'm sweating here. And I'm working real hard.
Oh, just want me to open the door.
Don't take all the juice because we want it. There we go. And then when you come back,
Yeah.
all right. And then we'll start on the. Oh, where's the other pan?
You're washing it.
Oh, you didn't wash it?
I have someone helping me.
Now we'll start on the sweet and sour sauce as soon as someone brings my pan back. Sweet and sour, okay.
On your recipe, it says thicken with cornstarch and water if needed on that mixture. How do you know if you need it?
I have never used the cornstarch and water with egg rolls because I think I did it once and my egg rolls just evaporated. Just when I put them in the oil, it was just gone. It was too wet. So,
Scratch that.
sorry, I should have said that to Lauren because she's the most, secretary? No, typist. Yeah, no, this is, yep. Okay, soy sauce, sweet and sour sauce, thank you. I need to cook the vegetables first, so. That was my fault, I should have proofread.
The vegetables cook in the sauce?
No, not yet.
Do you saute your vegetables though?
Yes. There again, I'm not professional. What?
The second sentence, so.
Okay, who is complaining? I've already mixed the red wine vinegar and the sugar and salt and sugar and water. And so that's in this pan, bowl. Okay. waiting for it to sizzle. There we go. Can you put oil in that?
Or just get all that over like
Well, that'll reach. And then we can start frying these, but not these. Oh, let's do the fresh oil, and then we'll start. No. We'll do this oil, this other first. They'll have to wait until we're done with this. Okay, onions, saute. Carrots in.
how high?
Let's try 400 because we'll start putting in and yeah. More.
I know, I don't want it to splash.
Okay. Then green bell pepper. There again, if you want to use red or yellow, it's your choice, whichever in the fridge. Okay, then we'll add the crushed pineapple. I'm sorry? No. We got to make sure that's flavor. Okay, when I say sweet and sour sauce, this is my sauce for my sweet and sour pork or chicken. Do you know what the difference is? You saw me put everything in here, right? The sweet and sour that you get in the restaurant has chunks, big chunks. When I would make these egg rolls, it's like, I need a sauce. And I was like, I have a sauce. So I grated my carrots and my bell pepper.
You did?
This was when I started. Onion, and then big, the pineapple. It was like, oh, you can buy crushed. So this is my sauce for my sweet and sour. And I thought, well, the only thing that I don't put in it, and you'll notice the color of it. And when you see a sweet and sour at the restaurant, what color is it? And how do you think what ingredient do you put? What? Food coloring. Now not ketchup. Ew. Okay, no more. Until you're asked.
That's not gonna happen when you don't.
Can you tell that we love each other? Okay. Now you made me. We noticed that the red food coloring made a certain child climb the walls, hang off the ceiling, and then down the other. It just freaked her out. So I stopped putting in the red food coloring. If you want red food coloring, then go ahead and put 3 or 4 drops. And that would be plenty to get your color. So this is a chunky sweet and sour sauce. So I got all the vegetables in, sauteed in the peanut oil. Now, I tripled this recipe so that we can have the sauce. Enough for everyone.
Got all your liquids?
Yes. This is my, the red,
First sentence.
yes.
Red wine vinegar. So did your cooker person tell you about the red wine vinegar? How come she's not using rice vinegar?
Red, I don't know. I mean, it was on the recipe.
It was on her recipe. the
Yeah.
red wine vinegar.
Yeah,
You use rice vinegar and other things, right?
yes. But for this, it's red.
Trying to use it for the red color.
But yeah. Now, this is, I took her recipe and just
Modified.
Oh, am I not supposed to speak?
modified it. What's that?
I thought you were asking. I think
No, keep going.
I'm sorry. If I'm too much, if I say something, I don't try to offend. But take it with love. So we want to get this to a nice boil. It's not too nice to look at. If you want to come look at it, you can.
it's very soupy.
Can you smell it? I'm sorry, what was that?
Smells delicious.
You tell them what Dr. Moore said.
So, the day after he got his heart transplant, I saw one of his doctors in the elevator, and she said, "Tracy is really sassy." I said, "I know, put the old heart back while you can."
You have to keep people on their toes. Okay, now we're getting a boil. You want it to boil.
Dad, I have a question.
Dad.
Sorry.
Why did you have to have a heart transplant?
I used to work for New Skin, and I was their cabinet maker. And someone who was in charge of the space management wanted me to help him redo the 3rd floor of the high-rise of all the office furniture. And so we did the whole floor, and to me, it was like Tinker Toys. I just, oh yeah, this is great. This, and I loved it. And he came up to me after the job was done and says, "Hey, how'd you like to go to Japan and do this?" I was like, yeah. Now, I grew up in California. Don't hate me. Torrance, California, and most of the people around my neighborhood were Japanese. So I had the love of the Japanese culture and the people, but I could never talk to them. Because they were, gardeners and but they know how to wave and smile. And so when there was a chance to go to Japan, I took it, and to do the same thing. And we were over there, we were over there for about 3 weeks, and did the assignment, came home. 6 months later, they were growing over in Japan. They shipped us over for another 3 weeks. 6 months later after that, another 3 weeks. So I went there 4 times, and on the 4th time, I came home, and I was real winded. I went to work and was having chest pains. And it was like, Well, the night before, I couldn't sleep laying down. And after having those pains, my boss said, hey, you better go to the emergency room. And so I went. And I called Lauren, and I'm in the hospital. So she came down, and they did a chest x-ray. And the doctor came in, told me that I had heart failure. And I says, I couldn't sleep last night laying down. And he says, your chest x-ray, and he put it up on the wall, had little worms, looked like worms in the x-ray. And he says, all that stuff is water. He says, you're about ready to die because you can't breathe, because my lungs were full of water. And it's just like a water balloon. If you hold it by the nozzle, you have a little bit of air, but you lay it down, there's no air. If my lungs were full with fluid, when I laid down, I couldn't breathe, so I had to sleep inclined. So he says, we're going to put you in the hospital. And I was 35. Just our 6th child was just born month. Okay, back to that. I'm putting in this cornstarch and water. This is the joy that I was looking for, is cornstarch mixture. It just made Chinese food so much nicer. Because it makes the sweet and sour, or broccoli beef, or the cashew chicken. Whoop, turn off. It makes the gravy, it coats the food. And this is what this is doing. It's kind of like a white sauce, lumpy sauce. It's not appealing, but it's sugary. I'm sorry, sweet. Okay, now we got that. You want to come look at it? You can get in front of it. So there again, it's not, your traditional.
Pink, but it looks delicious.
But wait till you taste it. So, I was in the hospital, and that night they gave me a diuretic, And those hospital cups that are 32 ounces, I filled 5 of those. I could breathe. So that started the whole process, and my doctor says, you might have to need a heart transplant. And
He was diagnosed with viral cardiomyopathy, and they determined he got some head trauma.
And then probably 9 years after I had mine, my brother had his. So, okay. How come that's not boiling?
Still hot? A lot of oil.
See now you lay it down. Away from you, like Gordon Ramsay.
Just waiting for your magnificent read.
How hot do you put your oil?
Hot.
I was gonna say 400.
I mean, I'm putting in a lot of egg rolls, so it's gonna cool the oil down. Does that sound logical? I just made that up. But I like, when I make the egg rolls, I like to roll them and then put the seam on the bottom. Because if it doesn't stick, what was that?
It seals it.
It seals it. If you take my thunder one more time.
Yeah, I probably will.
This recipe, this time I used all the non-gluten ingredients. The other stuff has that mushroom soy sauce, so it does have gluten.
Go up and see. Walk up there. Oh, walk up.
Walk up.
Yeah, right, Dad.
Sorry. So these have been done once. And some of the time they roll back over, and it's real irritating. So I'm going to blame Michelle for putting too much oil in, because then it has something to not turn over if it has too much oil. That make sense? If the oil is up high, then they roll. If they're low, no. So if you can come up, you can come see they're browning.
You didn't turn that one.
I know, they just roll over.
No, you didn't turn it at all.
What's that?
The vegetable oil.
This is vegetable oil. See, now one of them broke. We're gonna have vegetables floating all over.
I didn't seal it.
Who made them?
This was on the bottom of the bucket.
Blame the plastic.
I'm not gonna take the blame.
You're the last one to touch them.
That's true.
And the first one.
So why do you use vegetable oil to fry it? Why not peanut oil?
Why not what?
Oil's expensive.
Peanut oil?
Because it's expensive.
That's $5. Yeah.
And then you can buy a jug.
The first time you fried them, you fry them like they were fully done?
No. I just made it so that when we roll the other ones, I'll show you what it looks like. Does that make, can you wait that long? So it's a waiting game, since there's a lot of egg rolls, but you can tell that it's, see how, now, do you see a difference between these and the ones you get in the restaurants? What's the difference? And?
Bigger.
Twice the size. Now, I have made these egg rolls using the wonton wrappers, and they're nice little bite size, and they're perfect for parties. We did that for when our son went on his mission. We had, had pizzas and just cut them up in little bite size, and then we had egg rolls, and that's what his favorite food is. Does that answer your question? No. No?
What?
Sorry. It wasn't a question, I was explaining something, huh? My bad. Can we get some of those, yep, sign language. Did you catch that one? Is there a bowl that? Oh, because we can, if we can do this, then we can get the other oil in, we can get more. Yeah, let's, you want to start filling those?
I got a bigger ladle that I could even, put a little bit, or how much do you want it?
Bring them here. Or over there. Let's come down here.
Just put a couple of spoonfuls in. Just one there.
Yeah.
Okay. I can do that.
Here, let's put this in here, because I need to get this.
Okay.
Can you learn? There you go. Scrape it.
Why don't you let Michelle cook the rest of the egg rolls and you start teaching them how to do them?
Oh, okay. That's a good idea.
You need to have them come up and watch you, so that when we get up out of their chairs and come watch you.
Okay.
And then have them even, okay, there you go.
Can you wash that? It's hot, so. Let me go see if that mixture is cool. Am I doing okay?
You're doing great. You're hired.
I'm fired?
You're hired.
Oh.
Move all the way down here.
I'm gonna have him come up. Okay, if everybody can come up.
So are these regular egg roll?
Yeah, egg roll wrappers. These are spring rolls.
So that's just rice paper.
Okay,
It's just rice paper.
okay.
Okay, the first one is always kind of,
Man out.
okay, you want to get a nice,
Not that we're being
okay, this is a tablespoon of cornstarch and water. And this is your glue, okay?
And you're putting the filling more towards the bottom.
Yep, and I'll show you. Do I have that? Forget it. That, one of the things that didn't make it in our move was my brush, kitchen brush.
Yeah.
Pastry brush, thank you. But I don't use it for pastries. So I'm going around the edge and try not to get on here because the next one, it'll stick, okay? So now you notice that I put the mixture closer to me than from the points. You want to bring it towards you, and then that, you want to make sure that that is down, and then fold this one.
Just like a burrito.
Chinese burrito. Okay, this is a little wet, but do you understand?
So you got
Was there a,
the day before, so.
okay, you pulling those? Yeah, let's pull those. You might stand them up, Michelle, stand them up. No, over the oil, and that one. This does not guarantee the oil will not permeate into the mixture, so you have to drain them as they come out.
Gotcha.
That way you can save the oil for the next batch. Okay, so I'm going to do that one more time. Any questions on this? 100 questions?
Yes.
There's 20.
Do you do the rice basically the same way?
It's a little different.
Do you have to worry about the egg roll things drying out? Do you have to keep like a wet towel over them or anything like that?
This?
Yeah.
If I don't have enough of this. I put this in, fry it,
And put brown sugar on it.
and sugar and brown sugar, if I have leftover wrappers. My mom did that
What are
with
the
pie
wrappers
dough.
called?
Egg roll wrappers.
They're called that, okay.
And you can get those
Egg roll
at Macy's or whatever.
This one,
They're in the refrigerated.
Egg roll wrappers.
this is in the vegetable, the produce area.
They're refrigerated.
In the produce.
At Walmart and Macy's. So this one, there's 30. I got this one at the Chinese store. There's 30 wrappers in this, and then there's 20 in here. So as I did
Sure I can find.
As I did the egg rolls the other night, I did 54, 55. But I did 5 of the so that I could practice. Because I don't usually do the,
And they're round, not square.
yeah.
Do you ever make wontons?
Uh-huh.
Nice, I have a recipe.
Wonton soup. What was that?
It's so good.
I'm sorry, what was one?
You heard me.
Big compliment.
I use ground floor. I use this sample recipe. Ground floor.
So it depends on who's making. My son likes to use a lot of filling.
You want me to try these other ones?
Oh, yeah. If you want, you could start, well, wait till they're cooled down just a little bit, and then you can start eating those, and then we'll get you on making the, wrapping some of these egg rolls. Okay, so I went all the way around, and bring it back to you. Left side, away from you.
I did.
Okay.
I can do it towards you, though.
Oh. Do you have those kids that are just
like it.
problem child, like I said earlier?
But you love me, so.
Oh yeah.
Are you the youngest?
I'm second oldest.
And there's how many? Six.
One more time.
So the ones that you're putting in right now, those have been fried before? or
Yes.
They have, okay.
Yeah, they have, like, they look a little yellow on the edges and stuff. But
Is
when
the other pan
they get done, they're gonna be more of that golden,
washed?
darker yellow.
Now, do you know the problem with cornstarch and water?
You keep stirring it.
It separates. So you want to make sure that you get it in and then.
Is this what you're looking for?
Yes. Can you put that on the other side of Michelle?
Sorry, the wrappers with just water, does that work too? Or is it better with the cornstarch and water?
I've tried it both ways. This stays together better than just the water. Yeah, but not.
Okay, I know.
Okay, did you notice that it was more centered in the?
He's getting it.
Sorry.
Yeah, he's been studying. You still do carpentry?
Yeah. I have tools in my garage, but we haven't had, my friend hasn't come and wired them up yet. And I work at a wood shop in Provo.
That's true. Okay, ladies, your turn. Perfect.
If you want, do you have a little plate or something for them to take an egg roll? Okay, there's one of them that kind of exploded that Michelle, or two of them that Michelle, three of them that Michelle.
It was a group effort.
They still taste the same. No.
We're gonna do those ones right now.
We'll put new oil.
New oil, and then we'll fry those.
Oh, the gluten-free. Let me show.
One of those?
Let me show you how we do that.
Are you gonna do that here?
Kinda.
Fine. I'm just so excited. I've been waiting for this.
Thank you.
Michelle, give it to me.
Can someone hand me another plate?
Yeah, we need to do another plate if it's gonna be gluten-free, right?
Yeah. Oh, hand me two plates.
So why the eggs for the,
I learned this yesterday. No, Monday.
So which kind of wrappers do you use?
This is the spring roll wrapper. Can you hand me that bottle of water that on the right? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so you insert it.
It's kind of like the rice noodles. But you don't have to let them soak as long.
Okay.
The person at the store told me you need to let them set about 10 seconds on one side and then flip them over. Then they get, it relaxes the paper. Is that on? Okay.
Not one of them?
No. So I could put this into that.
Yeah, it's on.
Oh, yeah, that's the one.
Take that.
Yeah. That container, yep. And right behind you in the box is a spoon.
Everyone's a shoe chef.
What's that?
What? No, we're saying everyone's a shoe chef. Sous chef. I'm like, that's not right. It's not working.
Same principle.
So remind me what you didn't put in there that is in the other. Just the mushroom. The mushroom.
Yes.
Okay, but everything else.
So the choy. And then I put in oyster sauce that is gluten-free,
Okay,
just for a little bit of flavor.
okay,
Because I put mushroom into this.
okay.
This.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, it looks like it's
More delicate.
there you go, delicate.
And then he said, dip it in egg. He says, tastes much better.
So did you try the rice ones, like at
Yes,
home?
it's actually.
She did.
Yeah, it tastes very similar to this. I thought I couldn't really
And
tell
did
the
it
difference.
crisp up too?
Yeah, it was good.
It was like really good. Nice.
Put the whole thing in egg.
Let me put them in first.
I'm holding it until you're ready.
This is better oil depth.
I know, oh yeah.
Snap your finger.
They're not gonna.
Depth.
Oh, there you go, okay.
Keep stabbing at me.
You handle it really well.
Wow.
You're used to it, huh?
I know.
Does it smell?
Yummy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Here, come take one. Come take one, and then there's a sauce over there.
Which one? Thank you, that one's perfect. You're not shy, huh? Well, I'm not. I'm actually a transplant patient too.
Yes.
So I've had a lung transplant.
Oh,
Yeah, 3 years. So I have to get in here before everybody else does. It's like,
I understand.
yeah,
I've been out 20 years.
that is so fantastic.
I celebrated 20 years last October.
You are a rock star. Wow. That's great.
I have met a doctor who has had 2 heart transplants.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
And his daughter had one. It was only like 2 years because the first one rejected.
Like everyone's like, look, I just need to take a step.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so that's gonna be, I'm gonna end up with 2 plates here.
The darker the better. Yep, that would be great. Yep.
One for me and one for Mama.
Oh, that's the cornstarch so that you can roll your own. Glue.
Blue stuff. Okay, I need for me and Darla. Make you lovely assistant. I'm lovely.
Just remember the assistant.
You wouldn't be here without me. See those vegetables?
It's true. Oh, no problem.
Hey, do you guys know how to make cream cheese wontons?
The ragoons. I've learned how to. That's what I learned. What they were called.
Yes.
And then I use a different sauce for those, and I'll show you that sauce. Do you know how to make them?
No, I tried the other day and failed horribly because I got the recipe off Pinterest.
Thank you. Yeah, no problem.
You waiting? These ones? Okay. Yeah, we're almost done with these.
You amazing people, you.
We need to let them cool. Is that all right?
You want another plate? You want this plate?
Oh, yeah.
Can I look at your recipes?
Yeah. If you have any questions, ask. One thing that's not on there that Lauren has told me not to put on is a rice wine vinegar.
Yeah.
Because it does smell a little alcoholic,
Oh, does it?
and she thought it wouldn't be appropriate here.
You could just use plain rice vinegar. Yeah. Ooh, orange glazed chicken. The other thing about Chinese cooking is they always use a lot of MSG, and that's
And I don't,
Yeah, we don't use that.
not good stuff.
so whenever you want, you can take that, but they are warm and hot.
Use that position.
What?
Use that tongs position.
Oh, yeah.
But well, originally it had probably ground up.
Is it okay? They will be hot.
Thank you.
Is there any more that needs one of these?
This is for. Looks yummy. Great. That one's perfect. It's gonna be really hot. I know. I don't want to burn my fingers in my mouth.
The hard way.
So, Tracy, so you don't double fry these?
Those are, I fried
they were the
those.
ones you did
I
before.
started
I see.
in the oil with those first, and then I went to the rest of it.
Okay, okay. All right.
So, does that answer your question?
Yes, yes, it does.
So no cross.
It's too hot. I haven't eaten it yet.
Yeah, I told you.
So you have to let them sit for a minute.
Fry them for the first time.
Just enough.
We get you.
No, I just.
That one I just made.
Do you have carpal tunnel? Yeah.
It is what it is. So
I know how that is.
8 minutes.
Yeah, not very long.
Not very long. Just so that
4 minutes on each side. So they're a little bit crispy, but not.
I mean,
Don't want to stay over.
Do you mind if I try it?
This is hands-on. Hands-on.
the first one doesn't get.
Even and do it.
It gets so that it seals the wrapper around it. Did you see the hole in there? There was a hole in there when I first wrapped it, and then I rolled it, and then now
Now it's all sealed up.
it's all sealed up. So,
This plate you can do. I want to practice.
okay, which one do you want?
This one.
Okay.
Just the,
Go ahead and take one. So mix that around. Oh, put the.
This stuff first, and I need to go on the diagonal, or yeah.
Here. Across it.
Right here.
Yep. Now you don't want to get to the edge because you need to seal it.
Okay.
And if it has food on it, then it doesn't have a good seal.
Is that enough?
Yeah, that's.
Plenty? Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I have kids coming this weekend, and I'm thinking, okay, this would be
If you want, come
learn how to.
and roll it.
Now, when you're at home, do you always use a spoon like this to?
No,
You have a brush.
I use a brush.
Yours, nice.
Yeah, but I didn't want to say, oh, hey, everybody,
Right.
listen.
Yeah, no, I totally agree.
The other day I did it with this.
Good or not good? Not that good.
No, it doesn't stick to it.
Okay. So you roll over and push
And then bring it to, yeah,
back to make it tight.
yeah. And then,
Oh, that's it. Like this. I don't roll it.
yeah.
Okay.
And then bring over one.
Put it on the plate with water. It kind of defeats.
Oh,
And then roll after I get it.
yep.
Little smarty bitches.
Well, I wanted to learn, so I knew what I was doing.
Okay, now this,
Like that?
is this the sweet and sour?
This is the sweet and sour.
Oh, I just put it over here so that there would be more room to.
It's over.
You're being selfish. That's what you were doing. Okay, I want to learn how to rock and roll. Tracy. Should I get another plate?
Grab the plate. Yes.
And just put it right
Tracy,
here.
this has been a delight.
Oh,
Oh, I'm so glad.
Same. It's just
You're
fun
awesome.
to.
You're
Well,
awesome. Thank you.
no problem.
Oh, but
I love doing this. So
oh, you can see that. That's what makes it fun. That's what makes everybody want to do.
there's another plate.
I brought another plate.
Oh,
They keep putting it on wet plates, so
that one looks.
this one is not wet. That one is, so I just put it this way.
Yes. And so you wanna go across below the point level line.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, and make sure you mix it.
That
Okay, that's a lot, but that's okay.
lot.
We just need to make sure that
I get it all in my diaper.
we seal it.
It's a good way to.
Right?
Yeah, you're keeping it in the diaper, so yeah.
When you make one,
It's wet. You're gonna want to wipe it off first.
Oh, grab another plate, sorry.
You like golden. You could grab one of the disposable plates even.
Oh, sorry. Michelle, are these the ones that are first?
yeah. And then when you just put right out there like me, I cool them down a little bit and then you fry them right.
Okay.
It was just with how it worked out this time. It was just freezing.
Okay, roll.
I was looking so forward to this class. I went out and bought all kinds of ingredients that you would put in. It was good. It was really good. Anything, I guess.
Can I get another bowl?
Yes, what kind of bowl?
Just another one like that.
Yes.
Diaper.
So did I fail completely or just partially?
Looks good to me.
Okay. Good job, Susie.
You'll have to wait until we're done with that before we put yours in the oil. Oh, no, not hers.
No, because that one goes for the rice
That-
one.
Yeah, that's the,
Oh, I thought, okay. I thought it was just got it out, child.
spoon. Now, if you want to make a sauce, that's really easy. I will put something together so you can taste it. It's orange marmalade and a sweet chili sauce. And it has a little kick, but it's not offensive. It's spicy. It's not hot, but it's like, ooh, that's good. Now, someone came up and asked me about cheese ragoons, or the cheese
Wonton.
wontons. This is the sauce that I make for those. Yeah. I put cream cheese and green onion. That's it. And you take the wrapper and seal it, and then you take it from the middles, and then you line it like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, practice with the filling.
No, I don't want to. This is for the egg rolls. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because I make my wontons with string cheese, imitation crab, and ginger.
I know.
And that's a really good combo too. So I was just curious because it's always fun to try new things. So right there. So maybe.
What do you think the ratio is between the sweet?
I would do half the bottle.
I don't know. I don't know either. I'm so sorry. Get it on there.
And probably a third a bottle of this.
You'll get both of them. And then I wondered. And that would be
Quick dipping sauce.
You didn't have that and about a third of it.
Yeah.
How many ounces is the chili?
sorry if I did it right.
You probably just got that at the regular store.
Yeah. Well, this is at a Chinese store.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure if they have it at Macy's. They might. The sweet chili sauce.
I think I might.
Just check in there, the Chinese aisle.
Right.
They have a lot of
Which one? The chili sauce?
Yes.
So you can smell.
This kind, but they do have a red sweet
Oh my.
I love that sauce.
Yeah, let me.
That in shrimp tacos.
Oh no.
Oh, that would be really good. Fish tacos or shrimp?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's really good.
See, there's new ideas.
yeah. Thanks for coming.
Of course.
Here's another question for you. So, do you do trade work with your carpentry?
I love to trade.
Okay.
Now, my wife and I, we make toys.
Okay.
So, hence the Santa.
Okay.
We make toys. So I make them, she paints them.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, because we are doing a lot of work on our house, and we really need some help with woodwork and whatnot. And so, if that's something you'd be interested in by chance, that would be.
trade what for what?
I'm not sure yet, but what do you think would be a good trade? Because I asked him if